Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Rob. This is our Wednesday spin into stillness, and I want to thank you for being here and for choosing to be a little bit vulnerable with yourself, with asking yourself some questions, with exploring your deep self, your divine me, a little more closely than maybe you would during the rest of your week. So I am very grateful, and I hope that you are grateful to you for making this time for yourself. Now, to move through this event, we have a couple of steps. And the first thing that we do is we set an intention. Again, setting an intention is a very wise thing to do for anything that you're doing throughout your day. It just allows you to center yourself. It allows you to check in with you to see what exactly you are expecting or looking for or want out of any situation that we're in, whether it's a conversation with our family or a meeting at work or a new experience that we're trying out as a hobby or as a recreational activity. Whatever it is, it's always good to pause and to just take a moment to figure out what you want and then to allow the moment to flow from that. I am not saying I always do this. Please do not think that. But every Wednesday, as I say, I get here and we talk about setting that intention, and I'm like, oh man, how many times did I actually stop and do that this week? Which, one of my intentions as I meditate more is to become more mindful of setting my intentions. So, just an example. But in setting that intention, and it can be anything that you are looking for when you are meditating tonight, and then as you continue to develop the practice, better sleep, a better attitude at work, more accessibility emotionally for my family. Whatever it is, it's about you, and it is about what you are expecting to shift or evolve or change with you. And only you have to know about it. So you're writing it down, but this is just so that you can articulate it, not so that anyone else needs to know. And again, if we were in person, I would invite you to write it down on a little slip of paper. I encourage you to write it down on something because it gives voice to what you are seeking. It's not, it takes you out of the swirl of expectation in your head, which is always a kind of moving target, and allows you to just set something specific. And with that outline, you can divert from it, and you can let it go, which is what we do when we send it into the flames. And releasing your attachment is what helps bring it back to you. So if we were in person, you would be writing it down on a little slip of paper, and then you would bring it up to me, and then we would toss it into a bowl of burning flames. And in doing that, setting it free to become what it is to become, now that we've had the courage and the vulnerability to articulate what we are seeking, then we can write it down, we can symbolically send it out there, and then we can allow it at that point to come back to us. You know the drill. So let's set that intention now. Write it down. If you don't have any paper, that's fine. Just kind of think about it, reflect, and maybe write it down as you mock write it on your hand or on your arm, so that you are really consciously making this intention, and then let it go, as we will later on in the meditation. So set intention now. I've written mine, and because we cannot be in person, through the miracle of digital technology, we are together, but we're not physically together. That's a miracle. That is what I call an out of body experience. We're not in our bodies in this collective space. We are somewhere else entirely. We are in the ether. Anyway, once we set that intention, I want to still gather everybody's energy from the intentions that you set. So I'm going to write another little ticket here that says everyone's intentions. And with that, I'm going to blend it with mine when I send it off into the flames. This will be as if you came up yourself and tossed your own in. So again, you're writing this down. No one needs to know. But you, this is really about you making that time for you, but doing it in the context of this community and this online community. Step one. Step two, we're going to draw an oracle card. We're going to draw an oracle card from the Star Codes Astro deck, which I love, as you all know. And this card is going to give us some new information. So we've just set that intention and we have an idea of how we might go about it, and we're going to meditate on it. But this card that we draw is going to add more information. It's going to give us a word. It's going to give us artwork. It's going to give us more from the book about what the card is, what the card's message is. And that's going to help us go another step in making the intention come to fruition. Because guess what? This is all about our personal responsibility. We set the intention. The universe, the energy, whatever it does, helps us, but we're still doing the work. You can't get out of doing the work. Things may happen beautifully and blessedly and luckily, but we are still guiding our own ship. So we'll draw the card. The card gives us more perspective. The card gives us more information. The card allows us to see the intention that we've set, perhaps in a new way that we didn't before. And this is the thing, you are not to decide if this card works with that intention. Your role, my role, our role together is for us to figure out how this one card that we've drawn together actually applies to the intention that we've set. So you may not find it out right away. You may not find it out during the meditation. You may, and you are likely to, but it may take a couple of days. You can just meditate on asking for the openness to see the connection between the card and the intention and anything else that you're putting in to making this intention come to fruition. So I'm going to shuffle, and then, unlike our previous years, I've now started to shuffle the deck, and then I just lift the bottom card up so that we all can see the bottom card rather than have me draw the top card, which is what I've been doing. I'm going to just lift the bottom card so that I'm not drawing two cards. You can see that this is just all about whatever is on the bottom of the deck when I stop shuffling. So that's what we will do here. And again, a little reminder to like and subscribe. Yes, please like this video. Please go to YouTube and like the video. Please go to the Facebook page and like this video. If you're here, you know where those two places are. And no matter where you're watching it, go to the other page right now, because you can do it, and like the video on both pages. Please. Because it is the only way that I can see that there are people out there listening, seeing, and participating. If I don't know that people are there, I'm not sure if I have the energy to keep doing it. I mean, I do, of course, but it's just so helpful to know that there are people out there, that there are people that this is helping, and there are people that are helping themselves as a result of meditating with us weekly. Like and subscribe. Now, again, we may draw the card that we drew a couple of weeks ago or last week or last month. It's okay. It's okay. Now, I like to get a new card. I have intentionally not explored this deck because I like discovering the new cards when we draw them together. But oftentimes we're getting a card that we picked before. That card, remember, we've set an intention that is unique each week. That card is uniquely addressing the intention, is what I say first. Or, and it's also reminding us, if we've drawn it recently, there might be something about this message that we still need to hear. Very specific. So I think we're about ready here. All right, I'm going to just lift the deck to see the bottom card, and that card is, we're seeing it at the same time. Oh, card is Virgo. Digest. I don't know if some of you that have been here for a while, I don't think we've had this card before, which is very exciting. I'm going to put the card on camera so that you can see it as I read more about it. There it is, Virgo. I don't think we've had this card before. And the message is digest. Now, you set your intention. You've seen the card. There's a lot of details in this card, and some of them may apply to your intention, some of them may not. But our role now is to look at this card and see how it applies. See what the message is from this card in helping us reach that intention. And Virgo, if you're a Virgo, great. If you're not, this is Virgo's message for us who are not. And if you can look at the theme of the card, digest, that pretty much sums up what this theme for this week is, and what digestion or how to digest is what we need to find out how to do for our intention. So let's see what the card says. Let's see what the book says about the card. Virgo, digest. Symbolized by a woman or goddess holding a sheaf of wheat, the mutable earth sign Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Wheat can only feed the multitudes once the grain is sorted from the chaff. Virgo is connected to the nervous system and the intestinal tract, the job of which is to sort nutrients from waste. The sun shines here August 21st through September 21st. It's the sign that follows the Leo. Huh. Our action for this card: look for the grain and release the chaff. Weed, harvest, sort. Something in this situation needs to be sorted. That is the intention. Something in this situation needs to be sorted, edited, or reorganized in order to bring in its harvest. Whether you're asking about a relationship, a work project, or the culture in which you work. Virgo wants you to be specific. Sort and release a habit, not a person, and change how you interact, but not necessarily with whom you interact. Examine the situation for the patterns that need to be released and composted, and what seeds need to be saved for another time or planted for the next season. Rather than focusing on faults, appreciate what is valuable about each interaction, opportunity, and person. Truly absorb the worth and wonder, and be healed thereby. It may take time to take an introspective break and to work on your self-care routine. Look at your diet and health habits and see what needs improvement. Absorb vitality. The challenge of this card: if you just weed the garden and don't plant or cultivate, all you'll have is an empty bed. Editing without creating gives you no content. Oof. Sometimes you have to ask the inner editor to take a break and to let the creative process flow. Then let the editor clean and polish. That's hitting real hard tonight. The gift of this card: this world is gloriously complex. Virgo encourages us to see how the details fit together, how the leaves and twigs make up a forest. Light and shadow co-create our image of the whole. Rather than judge the worth of the part, pay attention to the necessary role each piece plays. The chaff protects wheat so that it can grow, and therefore has value even if it's not edible. Perceive not just with your mind, but with mind, heart, and soul together. So this is about taking it all in, keeping what is nourishing us in our quest, in our journey, letting go what is just at this point waste. Taking it in, seeing what nourishes us, allowing that nourishment to thrive in us, to create more, allow the juices to flow, get rid of what we don't need. It's pretty simple, but it's very exciting. It's very exciting because we are about nourishing, because we are about knowing what is good for us. We get a lot of nutritional guidelines, but we all know that some of those guidelines may or may not resonate with us, but some do. And when they do, it's our responsibility to apply them. If we know it works for us and it doesn't, and we don't make it happen for us when we can, then it's on us. It's always on us to choose these things for ourselves. So keeping that in mind, let us prepare to meditate on this idea of nourishment, of what is working, of Virgo, of digestion, of taking it in and allowing our nourishment to bring us energy, to bring us inspiration, to bring us motivation. You've started already, actually, by being here for this meditation. You've started. You've ascertained that this is nourishing. This is nourishing. And you can digest it. As you meditate, you can digest it before and after. It's up to you. So let's settle ourselves. Let's relax. Let's take some breaths together. Let's inhale deeply through our nostrils and hold. And then let's exhale slowly through our mouth. Let's do that again. Let's inhale. And hold. And exhale. And hold. On this last breath, we're going to close our eyes as we exhale, but let's inhale first. And hold. And exhale slowly as you close your eyes. The card is up for you to gaze at if you need to. And our breathing is still with great intention, but it's now at our own pace as we inhale and hold and exhale slowly. Allow that breathing to relax you each time you exhale. More and more. As we exhale, our bodies become softer. From head to toe, from toe to head. And as our bodies get softer, they become more and more lightweight. And as they become more lightweight, we feel tensions just dissipate and evaporate. We feel stress, emotional, physical, mental, just ease up so gently. More and more relaxed. Really see if you can feel your shoulders softening, your stomach softening. You can now let it go. No one else is around. Let that stomach soften and feel how open you are to receiving information when that stomach is soft. See if you can soften your face a little more. See if you can feel those cheeks and eyelids and brows just relax a little more. And as we are relaxed, we can feel ourselves through our mind's eye. Our bodies have allowed us some freedom from their limitations. And so we are now within our own mind and our imagination. Now that we're in this space, we sense a presence that is deeper within us. And now that we don't have our bodies, we can envision this depth without the limitations of that physical idea of our body. Imagine deeper presence, which is a part of us, a part of you, and yet is also separate. This is the divine me. This is the voice within. And the divine me is in every and each one of us, uniquely, and also as an expression of all consciousness, all souls. And our divine me is saying, like our mothers might have, you look a little thin. You need to eat. We know what the divine me means. We're looking just a bit malnourished in this area that we are exploring tonight. We need to replenish so that we can strengthen, so that we can digest and move forward. And so we reflect ever so gently with kindness and compassion for the divine me who is here to share with us, and for the earthly me that is living as part of humanity. We've drawn a card about digesting. And our deep self is saying, look, you need to nourish a little bit better. What can we do to nourish ourselves? What can we do to feed our intention, to allow it to grow with strength and health, and allowing it to develop, to come to full fruition? What do we need? Our divine me asks this of us, and we must reflect on what we need and share that with the voice within. The divine me is also telling us exactly what we need. Are we listening? This is that chance to listen. What do we need? Who do we need to know in order to strengthen this experience? And of course, we need to know what we need to take in, and we need to know what we need to let go of. Let us allow a gentle and compassionate and kind reflection on some of these experiences that we may no longer need to accomplish this intention, to move forward on this intention. It doesn't mean we have to let everything go. It just means we have to allow ourselves to know what is important and what isn't. Just for the next few moments, reflect on those things, nourish ourselves, release what we no longer need. Be kind, remind ourselves to be kind to ourselves, as the divine me does all day long. Compassion for others starts with compassion for ourselves. Honest assessment of what our spiritual dietary needs are, what nourishment we need. We can be honest here. No one else has to know. This is just for us to know ourselves a little bit better at the end of the experience, and carry that into the days ahead. And we've received information. Maybe it's clear, maybe it's in pieces. Maybe it will need to be sorted out through another meditation, or as we sleep on it, or as we reflect more. But we have what we need from the divine me. And we want to come back and live what we've learned. And so we allow our imagination, that swirly experience that we are in, to draw us back to our physical body. We can feel the pull of the body, bringing us in from that mind's eye, more and more into our bodies, filling it up as we did when we got lighter and lighter. We're filling it up again with everything in us, our imagination and all of our physical being. Feel the body get just a little heavier and heavier as it settles in, reanimates, and comes alive. Let us awaken our bodies completely by taking 3 quick breaths together, opening our eyes on the last breath. Inhale, exhale quickly. Inhale again and exhale quickly. And one more breath, inhale and exhale quickly. As we return together. That was an interesting exploration, chatting with our deep self, with our divine me, finding out what we need. Now, just like reading any good or watching any good diet video or reading a diet book, we got to put it in practice if it's going to work for us. So, let's at least get another step closer in our journey this week by applying what we've learned, having the courage, having the vulnerability, and having the wherewithal to ask for help from the divine me as we move forward whenever we need it. We don't need to wait until Wednesday. We can do it every day if we need to. And so with that, let us take these intentions. I've got mine here. Off it goes, off into the flames. Beautiful. I've got everyone's intentions as if we've tossed them all together individually as they begin to burn, burn, burn. As we say, thank you, intentions, for giving us a little bit of structure. We can now let you go and allow some unstructured return on that spiritual investment. And with that, I am delighted that you have decided to join us this evening. I actually made it to the burning flames. Some days I forget. I thank you for being here. My Zoom folks, Sue, thank you for being here. And again, if you are elsewhere, I'm going to check real quick, but I don't often see people elsewhere these days. I'm a little bit delayed on Facebook and YouTube, but if you're here, say hello. If you're watching the recording, say hello, please. Please, I will be so grateful if you do, when you do, so that we can keep this community moving forward and growing. Checking out the Facebook event. And if you're here, I tend to miss Joyce. I know I always miss you if you're here. But what is it that we need to do and see? Well, I'm not making it through here. I'm not seeing anybody, but could be me because I'm a little stuck. But let's go forth. Let's have a wonderful week. Let's remember that no matter what, peace begins with me. This process, this meditation process, this exploring our nourishment and our waste and our energies, this is all beginning with me. This is all part of our glorious opportunity to be and do and become more and more. So exciting. It's so beautiful. So let's continue to grow together. I get one more gaze. Let's see who I'm here. But always remember that we can do this together. And again, I'm dying to see some questions. I'm dying to have dialogue. So let's do it. Let's keep it going. Happy summer. Remember, peace begins with me. And go forth from this moment and be glorious. You are glorious. But remember to be it. Be conscious of it. I love you. Bye for now. Meet you here again next week.